I was off the coast of Vietnam on an old ship. We got all of our drinking water from the ocean, and all we did was run it through desalination units. And so any biological or chemical contaminants did not get filtered out. So I was drinking Agent Orange for a year and a half, have several health issues with Agent Orange poisoning. It took me 11 years of filing claims and being rejected and being rejected. And then finally they let me come in and do the test that I needed to go through to see if I really did have Agent Orange. And I'm 80% disabled with Agent Orange poisoning. So I have neuropathy, both hands, both arms, both legs, both feet. I have type 2 diabetes, a little bit of pancreatitis, kidney failure, liver failure. And for 11 years, I could have been getting treatment where I wouldn't have the issues that I have now if they would have let me have treatment. I couldn't even get VA medical benefits because I earned too much money. I was a school teacher. If the VA was doing its job, we wouldn't need Wounded Warrior Project. We wouldn't need Tunnels for Towers. We wouldn't need the DAV organization. We wouldn't need all these secondary and tertiary organizations to help veterans, would we? You know, that's just bottom line. If the VA was doing its job, we wouldn't need those organizations. Yet those organizations seem to be doing more than the VA.
The Disabled American Veterans Organization is made up of a group of volunteers, which of many are former soldiers, who actively help veterans in filing claims as well as other services.
The people that have tried to file their claims by themselves have been less successful than those that hired or brought into their life a veteran service organization like the Disabled American Veterans. We average, just in this area, between 500 and 600 claims a year.
Not only does the DAV fill out veterans' claims for them, but they also provide transportation to and from VA facilities in Little Rock, as well as host food banks and assist veterans in financial distress.
We have a board of 4 people that meet with the veteran and discuss their financial issues and look at their income and outgoing information, and then make a determination if that person is eligible for assistance through our facility.
According to Surratt, the VA will oftentimes give pushback for clear-cut evidence before accepting a claim.
You'd think that it would be easy to file a claim for Agent Orange for somebody who was in Vietnam. However, that's not always the case.
They said I had to prove that I was in Vietnam, and I finally, said, you're the ones with all my service records. You should be able to see whether I was in Vietnam or not, and in the waters that's required.
Today, soldiers are encouraged to make injury or illness a matter of record, but this was not always the case.
We never told you anything. The military didn't tell you that, hey, you got injured, hold on to this. If you get hurt, hold on to it to do this. The VA never came through and told us. It was an entirely different world from what you have now with the troops, where everybody's like told, hey, you got injured, make sure you keep a copy of this.
We've been trained ever since we were little that if you've got a problem, you suck it up and drive on. You don't complain about it. For one thing, if it starts in basic training, if you start complaining about your feet hurting, if you start complaining about your back hurting, and you want to go on sick call, then there's reprisals. And then we go, and apply for our disabilities. And one of the first thing that the VA says in their response back in their decision is that the veteran never complained or identified issues during military service.
It's a bureaucracy, and paper moves slowly because for every form you file, there's 3 more forms that have to be filed, and you have to have all the people read the forms and go through the forms. I think it's designed to protect the system more than it is to help the veteran. And I think that's probably not uncommon in any federal agency or bureaucracy. I'm glad we have the VA. I think it needs to be streamlined. It's going to have to be looked at by some people in Congress that want to actually do something rather than bicker and politic. And until that happens, the bureaucracy is going to keep doing what the bureaucracy does. And the whole government needs to kind of rethink the reason for its existence. And its existence is to serve us, not serve itself. And I think right now the system exists to serve itself.